Ragtime Boy. Right, so that was the first bit of Ragtime Boy, part one, which I'm going to do for you today. All right, it's well, part one you'll find all of it. If you look at the link, you'll see the whole thing has been scribbled out for you like this in my own little way, which is a great way to learn these things. All right, and I'm going to do it in nice, manageable chunks. There's three main sections to this, so we'll do part one today. You know the routine by now. If enough people look at part one, then I will be asked enough to do part two. And if enough people watch part two, then I will be more asked to do part three. If you hear any bangs and pops and stuff outside, well, here in England, it's bonfire night, where we celebrate the fact that Guy Fawkes never managed to actually burn down the Houses of Parliament. Okay, so a bit weird over over here, but there you go. So if you hear any bangs and whatever, don't panic. It's just bonfire night. Okay. I tried to put my poppy on here, but it keeps sticking in me. So respect, folks, respect. Okay. Okay, let's crack on. Let's have a look at this Ragtime Boy that I've been threatening to do for weeks. Okay, so download this thing. You've got 6 pages. It's pretty straightforward, and don't panic. It's going to sound great. What I would suggest you do though is look back at my videos, find Ragtime Boy, the performance that I did. You'll see me playing it. It's one of the early videos. Have a look at it. Get the melody in your head. Very important that you know the phrasing. So get that first. It's also as an instrumental on Blurred White Lines, which is a track that I put together. So if you see that, it's track 2 on that. There's no visuals on that, it's just the music, but you'll hear it. So there's a couple of opportunities to hear it. But look for the vid when I was a bit younger. I did it a while ago. And that's what we're going to be playing now. All right, so have a look at this. Forget about these two, there's nothing here, I don't think. No, it's just telling you that it's a shuffle, and the rhythm is da-da, 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 which is what a shuffle is. And these diagrams tell you where you're going to put your fingers on your left hand. And as you'll see, there are numbers at the bottom. These are string numbers here. These are your beats here, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what's going on. This is your counting: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 and 4. When you see string numbers put together like this in a bracket, you will play them together. And when you see something on its own, you'll play the string on its own. In this case, it's a 3, and you've got a 4 and a 3, a 6 and a 2, and then a 4 and a 1. I can't see that one. I'm getting old. All right, so we're going to begin. So we're going to play this, which is the intro. Okay, so we're going to play an open third string. Don't forget the rhythm. Da, 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 da. Somebody was counting it in. It would go a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right. So it's important that we kick off with the right rhythm. Okay. So open third. Now again, rules of the fingers. Always do this. This is very, very important. Finger 3 will always play. Sorry, finger 1 will always play string 3. Finger 2 will always play string 2. And finger 3 will play string 1. Little finger does nothing. Thumb will look after the 4, 5 and 6. That is a rule. You must stick to that rule, otherwise you get a mess. Alright, so open third string, first shape, which is a bass string at the 3rd fret with your 2nd finger, and your little finger plays the 2nd string at the 4th fret. Then bring your fingers off and play a 4 and 1. And when your fingers are off, use these open strings as a means to start creating the next shape, which is going to be a C with your little finger down on the 1st string at the 3rd fret. So I'll play that again. And then you've got the first beat of your bar, which is that C. Alright, so your first page is done. So we've got C. What do we do? 5 and 1. 4. Okay. Then an open third string. Now, I've just noticed a little mistake on here. See that note there? It's got a 0, which but it doesn't tell you what string number it was. I must have been interrupted. That should be a 3, okay? And it's an open third, so forgive me for that. You'll probably find a few little mistakes, but look at that. I'll try and fix it at some point. So 5 and 1 on your C. then a 4, then an open third string, then back to the shape that we played before, which is the bass string at the 3rd fret with your 2nd finger. Little finger plays the 2nd string at the 4th fret and play 6 and 2, and then bring your fingers off and then play 1 and 4. Now if you leave them on and play 1 and 4, you end up with a horrible discordal sound, so you've got to be careful that you bring your fingers off at the right time. Let me play it from the C. Back to C. 2, 5, 3, 4, 3. And on that 3rd string, bring your fingers off to be moving to the next shape. I'll go from the C again. 2, 5, 3, 4, 3. Back to this shape again, bass string at the 3rd fret, little finger on the 2nd string at the 4th, play 6 and 2. Then bring your fingers off and play 4 and 1. Do it all again from the beginning. Okay, so that's page 2 done. Now we've got a really nice little slidey bit. Make what looks like an A7th is normally played like that. Make that shape or put it at the 3rd fret. Alright. It's another way of playing a C ish, depending on what strings you're going to hit. Now what we're going to do is we're going to play strings 4 and 2 together. Okay? Then we're going to play a 3 and then a 1st string open. Now again, I've made another mistake by putting a 0 there. I've said it's open, but I haven't told you what string it is. That should be a 1 played open, so forgive me if you get a bit stuck. So we're at the 3rd fret. We're going to move this shape from the 3rd to the 5th. We're going to play strings 4 and 2 together, and we're going to slide them up to the 5th fret. You'll see that on the diagram, showing you that it slides up. All right. So we're going to slide up from the 3rd to the 5th. 3, 4, 1, which is the open string. Okay. So look out for that mistake that I made. So I'll do it again. Now as that 1's playing, trundle this finger back to the 3rd fret, and whilst doing so, bring this 2nd finger up to the bass note to play a G bass note and play 6 and 2, then a 3, then a 4, and then a 2 as you're moving back to your C shape again, and then you're going to play 5, 3, 4, 3. So that section. So I'll do it again. Okay. Now you'll notice when you play it at speed, when you play that 5 on the C, it'll sound like you've hammered on, which you have, and you'll get this from the 2nd string, which is what you really want. So 3, 4, 3. Back to the 1st shape again. I'm not going to say what it is again. You know what it is by now. Well, I will just for this last time. It's the bass string at the 3rd fret, 2nd string at the 4th, 6 and 2 together. Okay, I'll play from that C, from this slide. Page 3 done, doing all right. Back to the C. 5 and 1. 4, 3. On the 3, bring your fingers off so you can be moving to the next shape. Now it's a tricky little shape, this. Not too difficult once you know what it is, but just get into it. There's a way of doing it. So we've got 5 and 1. 4, 3. Move your little finger up to the 5th fret. Put your 1st finger on the bass string at the 3rd fret and play 5 and 1. And then let your finger drop onto your 3rd finger drop onto the 2nd string at the 4th fret. And then a 4. And when you hit that 4, you should be off. So no, don't. No, it's alright. Ignore what I've just said. 5 and 1. 2 with the 3rd finger dropping on. Then a 4. Okay? Just sounds weird when you play it really slow. Bring your fingers off and play on your way back to the C. Play a 1, 5, 2, 4, 3. I'll play that from the C. to this first shape again. You know what it is now. 5 and 2, 1 and 4, both open, then to C, 2, 5, 3, 4, 3. On the 3, come off as you move into your final couple of chords, which is a G. Just use that bit. Play 6, 3, 4 and 2. If I'm just playing a 6, why would I put that finger there? You might hit it by mistake. It's always worth covering. So I'll play from that C. This is page 5. 2, 5, 3, 4, 3, 6, 3, 4 and 2. And then back to C. 2, 5, 4 and 3. Bring these two fingers up to make an E7. 6 and 3. 2, 4. And then drop quickly. 3, 5 to 4 and 2, which takes you to page 6. Okay, now I'm gonna, that's where, now that first A minor that you've just played is the beginning of part 2, which we will do if you can do part 1. All right, so let me play what we've got slowly. Part 2 eventually will go. Oops. Bit of speed. It's difficult to play these things, you know, at the wrong tempo. If you do them slower, it just feels weird. But look, part 1, get part 1 done. Apologies for those little cock-ups on the tab, but I have just explained what they are. All right, and if you complain online and say, why didn't it? I'll know you haven't been looking at the video. See, I could say that I did it on purpose, because I'll know now. If you say you've got the tab, you've got your thing wrong, I'll say, well, have you? I will look into the camera and I'll say, clearly you haven't been watching the tutorial that accompanied it, because I admitted my silly error, and I did actually point it out quite clearly, as all my friends, my other friends, the ones that do watch the video, will agree that I did. Anyway, I've had enough. That's enough of my crap bullshit talk. I'm going to go and look at some fireworks. All right, so look, enjoy that. It's a great one to do. I swear to God, you play this, everybody's impressed by this piece. All right, so Ragtime Boy part 1 done. I will do part 2 only if I get enough interest in part 1, and that's up to you lot. If you want to share it around, please do. Get all your friends to subscribe. I only need another 50 to get up to 2,000. I've still got a long way to get though, to catch up with my son Sam. He's got like about bloody 275,000 on his, so I've got a long way to go. So well done, Sam. But I'm slowly catching up. Slowly. All right, listen, I'm going to love you, leave you, and I will see you next time. All right, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.